The purpose of Make a Splash, we had 6 cities that we went to where we were kind of spreading awareness of water safety and getting African Americans and Hispanics into the water. It's really just water awareness and getting people to understand the importance of learning how to swim. Make a Splash has been amazing. This is the first year that they've had a figurehead, which was myself this year, and we've had it started off with 29 different locations all over the U.S., and now we're at 140 local partners all over the U.S. giving low cost and no cost lessons thanks to ConocoPhillips. So it's been a successful year. We're setting up to launch 2010 and kind of figure out where we're going to be for this next year. Since Worlds, I've been really just trying to maintain my body. After the Olympics, I put on 25 pounds. So I'm really trying not to be in that type of shape ever again. Coach Marsh and I have been really working on just kind of maintaining, making sure that I'm taking care of certain things, my shoulder for one, also for my back. And this is really the first serious week where I'm getting back into really being focused for Pan Pacs in 2010. I have bursitis in my left shoulder, and I've always had kind of back problems. And thanks to being on SwimMac and having David Marsh as my coach, he's really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I can work on to try to, the longevity of my career. So with SwimMac, I've been introduced to Dr. Cipriani, who does press release work, and he really helps me out with my shoulders. And along with helping my shoulders recover, I'm also trying to get it to be stronger. And with Dr. Alan Tyson, he's kind of showing me a lot of my weaknesses in certain areas and how I can maybe strengthen the muscles around where I'm having the problems so that it can really help me perform better and also stay in the sport longer. A lot of the work that I plan on doing, along with technique and trying to kind of make my stroke as flawless as possible, is to really just get in a lot of yardage so that I can get my body accustomed to how much I'm going to be swimming at these meets. We have prelims and finals, so I need to kind of be in condition and good shape to be able to do that. So it's really getting my body back into race form. We've been doing a lot of yardage, like I said before. But it's really a lot of video, getting my body getting myself to understand exactly where I need to put my hands, where I need to, how I need to streamline underwater better, just different little techniques, because when you get to this level, it's really about the small things to make you better. 3 things that I'm really working on this year, especially to make myself better, is a lot of swimmers are doing more of a straight arm stroke, and I'm not talking on top of the water, but also underneath the water. And that's something that I need to learn or work on doing, is being stronger and pulling straight down. The straight arm is an advantage for swimmers because of when you have a straighter arm, you're pulling more water, which has more of a velocity into the water, so you're actually going faster. The notion before in the past was always that you had like a keyhole stroke and you're whipping the water around, but what we noticed is that when you actually pull your arm outside of your body, you're not pulling as much water. So one of the things that we're learning now is that just like a boat and an oar, when you pull straight back, you generate more power forward. So that's why we're working on that for me. Point number 2 is definitely working underwaters. I have never been the greatest kicker. I've worked on it when I race. It's always been a fundamental part of my success, but it's not my strongest attribute. So this year I'm working on kicking a lot, working on my streamline and underwater, and just really trying to make sure that I have the least amount of resistance through the water. One of my weaknesses is my hip flexor, and the only thing I can do to make that better is by strengthening it, by doing the exercise, and by doing a lot more kicking. The third point I would say is my body line. Really getting my body toned and getting my body in shape so that when I'm diving off of the block or pushing off of a wall, or even when I'm swimming, my body has good tone. What they say is that if you have a stick and you push it through water, it goes faster than if you were to push a noodle, because if your body's not toned, you're not going to cut through the water the way you'd like to. So body tone is definitely the third thing we're working on. Things I'm going to be doing to try to get my body more toned is it really circles around the core. So we'll be doing a lot more core work, a lot more abs, and just a lot of things that are based on the movements that I will be doing in the water.